Why won't you talk? Hi. Anyways, hello everyone, my name is Kim, welcome back to more Legend of Heroes Trails of Cold Steel. Last time we began our adventures as Rain, got to Thor's military academy, learned that we're part of a class that's just now been brought into existence, and discovered my worst nightmare, which is non-talking chess. No. Anyways, this time we're still trying to make our way through the dungeon that our teacher dropped us into. When I say it like that, it makes me realize just how strange this whole entire situation has become, but hey, that's the series for you. Any other way? Anyways, let's continue forward.
Gotcha. We can do this.
I will say I tried checking the settings menu again to see if I can make it so that this doesn't happen, like the whole animations are skipped entirely when turbo mode's on. It doesn't look like that's an option, unfortunately, so this is just gonna have to be how it is. I'll probably just not use turbo mode during like big fights then and stuff like that, or at least I'll try to avoid to. Though at the same time, knowing me, I will more than likely forget that I even said that within the next 5 minutes. So don't be surprised if I also end up not doing that at all.
Is everybody okay?
I do think it's a good turbo mode. I just kind of wish that there was an option to toggle if animations would still play, but just fast forwarded. But I do think overall it's a very good toggle mode. Just a single thing I would change personally. That can count.
Right.
I do like the new battle system feels so far. I mean, it's really just changed because there's no more grid, but I think it feels very nice so far. But again, I also need more time to get accustomed to it. So far, though, I like it. Whew, I can't stop yawning. Hello?
Do you hear that?
Sounds like fighting.
Up ahead. Come on.
Who is it? Is it Eustace?
Rain!
Wait for me.
Come on, you two. Yep, it's Eustace. Buddy, you are not doing too hot right now, I'm gonna be honest with you. Well, actually, on second thoughts, maybe you are doing okay.
Incredible.
That was really something.
Yeah,
Judging by that display, I don't think he needs any help from us.
still.
I take it that's another school of Imperial swordsmanship?
Right. That's court fencing, an agile style favored by the nobility. And judging by his poise, he's no amateur.
Nice. Nice going, bro. You really didn't need help.
Did you need something?
Well, we wanted to check on you.
Sorry, I was just admiring your swordsmanship.
You good?
I'm Reen Schwarzer. I didn't get the chance to introduce myself earlier.
I'm Elliot Craig.
Gaius Warzel, nice to meet you.
I believe I have already introduced myself, but once again, I'm Eustace Alberea. And I have to
Caius.
say, I didn't think you had it in you. I'm impressed.
What are you talking about?
After all that bluster about finding your way to the exit alone, I wasn't expecting you to actually rely on others for help. I assume you came to your senses shortly after you stormed off, and then wandered back to apologize like a good boy. Truly, the virtue of the common man. Why, a preening noble such as myself would be far too proud to do such a thing.
All right, you two.
What the hell is your problem? You nobles really are all the same. So full of yourselves, it's a wonder you don't pop. And you're not just a garden variety noble either. House Alberea is one of the highest ranking in the country.
Machias.
I'll bet you just love looking down on us less fortunate souls, don't you?
You're one to talk. I don't need a lecture in rank from the son of the Imperial Governor.
Oh.
Wait, what?
Huh?
Oh, I thought the name Regnit sounded familiar.
Karl Regnitz, the first commoner ever to hold the seat of Imperial Governor in Heimdall, the first to rule the capital. And this headstrong young lad just so happens to be a chip off that old block. Pretty rarefied air for a simple commoner, don't you think?
What does that have to do with anything? Yes, my father is the Imperial Governor, but he earned that position through years of hard, honest work. Don't you go lumping him in with you nepotists who get your titles handed to you just for being born.
Perish the thought. No, I mainly just regard your father as a reformist, and a close friend of the Chancellor at that. And as you're vividly aware, his faction is in conflict with the Noble faction, led by none other than the four great houses.
The Noble faction. That's one of the main forces during the, that's one of the main names we heard during the Crossbell arc, where, I'm pretty sure that the Noble faction was one of the ones that were... I can't remember which side they were on, but Noble faction came up a lot regarding the civil war going on in Erebonia.
When you look at it that way, your vitriolic disdain for the nobility suddenly seems rather cheap, wouldn't you say?
You son of a...
Caius.
Magius, don't do it!
Okay. I'm trying to make sure. I wanted to check the guide I have to see if this actually gives any importance to the amount of because this game does have the same system as the other games where it's like there's like points you can get and that you can get more points by doing certain options. This is not one of those choices, but this does have a effect. Apparently, depending on which option you pick here, depends on which party member you get. Apparently, it says if you reprimand Jusis, you get to keep Machias, but if you stop Machias, he leaves, and then you have Jusis replace him. And as to whether or not I want Jusis or Micaiah, I'm not going to base it on whether who's strong or whatnot. I'm going to base it on who do I feel is more right in this situation. And between the two of them, they're both being kind of stupid, honestly. But who's being the more annoying one of the two? Like, who's being more unreasonable? Well, I'm not exactly the moral pinnacle here, so I have no right to say, but... Oh, who am I kidding? I like Machias. Machias or whatever. Jusis, please.
I think you went a little too far, Jusis. Being at odds with Machias is one thing, but dragging his father into it is pretty low. You're better than that.
Reen.
Perhaps I was a bit out of line.
Just calm down, you two.
It may be for the best if I leave the four of you to find your way out of here together, while I make my way toward the exit alone and unimpeded.
I'm sure we'll get better acquainted with him later, but...
I can see I've still got a lot to learn about the particulars of your social strata.
Yeah, I'm sad to say these kinds of disputes are pretty indicative of how the Empire is these days. How are you feeling, Machias? Have you calmed down now?
You right, Burrow?
Yes, and I wanted to say I'm sorry for the way I acted.
Everyone can get heated in some ways. It's alright.
I shouldn't have gotten so riled up over such an obvious taunt.
It's alright, man.
Yeah, you do kind of lose your cool maybe a little too easily.
A little on the honest side, Elliot.
But is it true what he said? Your dad is the Imperial Governor?
Now that he's mentioned it, the name, Regnitz actually sounds very familiar. I think it may have been mentioned before in some of the games before. At the very least, I'm almost positive I've heard that name before.
It's true. It's not that I was trying to hide it. I just don't like going around telling everyone. I don't like to brag.
That's fair.
But just so we're clear, that doesn't change who I am. When you get right down to it, I'm a commoner, head to toe.
Commoner, noble, I don't really care, man. Just be cool.
My father's salary is nothing to boast about, and he doesn't have any of the perks nobles are born into.
I know. Don't worry. Governor Regnitz is pretty well known for being clean as a whistle.
Really? I've heard the name, but I can't say I really know anything about him.
Well, that's enough about my father for now.
Fair enough.
We need to get moving. We've wasted far too much time here as it is.
He's right. We should get a move on.
I'm sure we'll be becoming more acquainted with Eustace later anyway, so... Also, there's just no denying I like to have the character with the shotgun.
Now's our chance.
My turn!
Is that a big
my
reason
turn.
why I chose to have is that a major reason why I chose to stop Machias? Or not to stop Machias, maybe. I do like shotgun characters.
My turn.
I think they are very cool.
Go! Right! It's my turn.
This'll hit both. That was an awful big surprise.
He seems kind of imposing. I don't know how to break the ice.
Kick! Kick!
I do like that kind of active voice system. It seems kind of cool just hearing inner thoughts every now and then. Oh, pot. Nothing. More pots. Who gave this child a shotgun?
Kick! Eat that!
I was 100% certain it was going to run into me as soon as or turn around as soon as I got close. Okay, can I say something that's really messing me up? This is just a minor thing for me, but I'm so used to the crafts being down and the art being up from the attack button, but they changed it in this game. So every time I go check crafts, I always end up going to arts, and every time I go to check arts, I always end up going to crafts. It's just a small nitpicky thing, but that small change really screws with my brain. You've probably noticed me do it like a bunch of times now.
It's my turn.
Gosh dang it!
It's my turn.
My turn.
Should be able to just kill from here.
Now's our chance. We
Double
can do
advantage is
this.
still good.
All right.
I'm gonna have to try and get used to how this game's movement stuff works.
Leave it to me. Art.
Here we go! That's that.
That'll do. Chest.
Kick! Kick!
I'm never not gonna be upset by that. I'm sorry. It was such a huge part of the identity, and you dare take it away?
My turn!
How dare? They will always live on in my soul.
All right.
I'm not gonna judge the game heavily on that. I will jokingly judge the game on it. Don't get me wrong, I will jokingly judge this game about having no chest dialogue, but I don't mean it in like seriousness. I think it's fun. I think I understand things change, yada yada yada.
My turn.
But I will jokingly complain about it.
Leave it to
So
me. Together.
I did it.
I will absolutely jokingly complain about it. But I'm not gonna genuinely hold it against the game. It's just all for fun and games that I'm doing this.
Here we
Let's
go!
go.
Gosh,
All right.
am I ever going to get used to crafts being this way? Like crafts being in a different direction what I'm used to?
Right.
My turn.
Go.
Right.
Can I just... Yes, I can.
Right.
I did it.
Blue Lullaby, magic attack, area medium, sleep 30% chance. Class C, lulls foes to sleep with soothing sounding bubbles.
Nice.
Not bad. Sounds like it can be pretty handy.
Oh, a treasure chest.
Kick.
Evade 1. Okay, actually, wait, evade 1, that will work for you. Yeah, we can put something on you now. So, +5 evasion. I don't have any Mirage type. Actually, now that I think about it, I don't even think I ever looked at yours setup here. Now that I think about it, I want to take a better look at these line stuff. So, first of all, hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm almost positive this is the most court slots that this series has given me so far. Because I swear in the other games it's at most 7. Reen, your lines are decent. I don't like the single green by itself. Although, wait, hang on. Wait, that's... Huh, wait. This doesn't matter anymore. At least, it doesn't matter in the way it used to. Before, the reason why these line things mattered was because, like, it's like, you know how you needed a certain amount of a certain element in order to cast certain arts. But that system's gone, it seems. Instead, again, the way this game does it is instead certain courts will just flat out give you specific attacks. As well as some courts are specifically designed to just give stats. But there's no more system of like certain courts not only give you stats, but they give you a certain amount of an element in that you have to build them up. And that's what the lines were for. But because of that element, like needing a certain amount of an element system gone, what's the point of these lines then? They have to serve a different purpose then. Because, again... Huh, that's weird. I do wonder what that means. Very curious. Very curious indeed. I'm sure we'll learn more later. But I guess I can't really judge if the lines are good or not, because I don't even know what the lines mean at this point anymore. They might mean something completely different at this point for me. Alright, looking at this guide map, or this guide thing I have, it seems like this is the final room. However, judging, I don't feel like I need the guide to tell me this, considering there's an orbit charge station right here and a big empty room on the mini-map. But this is obviously a boss room, so... oh, that's a zoom in button. What? Okay. I was about to say, I got really confused for a second. What did I just do? Okie dokie. Alright, what's our first boss?
Hey, are we...
Almost there. Looks like it. I can see the exit. Is it gonna be that statue? I wouldn't be the most surprised if it's that statue.
Looks like we are. That definitely seems to be the exit.
Alright.
I can see the sunlight streaming in, so I'm guessing we're finally clear.
They have the nerve to call this an orienteering exercise. I'm not certain what I was expecting from an academy founded by Emperor Drykles. But I can tell you this wasn't it.
Dropping students into a trap? Yeah, I can agree with that.
You can say that again. What was all that business about Class 7 anyway?
I also am curious. And what happened to Class 6?
Good question. We've got people here from different backgrounds, classes, even cultures.
It could be something along the lines of maybe they want to try... I mean, there's a whole issue with Erebonia going on, it seems, where nobles and commoners are quite at odds with each other. Is maybe Class 7 a way of bringing the hope that maybe they can bridge that gap?
Is there some sort of secret agenda with this whole Class 7 thing that we just don't know yet?
What's that sound?
What was that?
There.
Don't tell me. Why is the statue alive?
What the heck is that?
That's a dragon!
A beast of living stone?
Okay. That's a damn dragon! Stone Guardian, Iglut Garma. What the?
Are monsters like this common in the Empire?
I hope not.
Of course not.
Well, nothing for it.
This thing's cutting off our only route to the surface. No choice. We have to fight it.
Right.
Damn. Dear, I thought the worst was over.
Idios, help us.
Also, I'm now learning that it's said Adios? Okay. I always thought it was Adios.
This will take everything we have.
Alright, dragon! That's
Go.
not something I expected to fight. Great. Great? Great. Great.
All right.
Iglut Garma. Stone gargoyle spoken of in Erebonian legends. Its sturdy body repels physical attacks. Okay, so do not use physical. Gotcha. Poison, mute, blind, burn, freeze can all do stuff. It's technically possible to do seal, sleep, confuse, nightmare, delay, and stat downs, but good luck. Also, great music, can I just say? It's a... Hang on, wait. Technically speaking, I could hit it with... Wait, I shouldn't even be doing that. I forgot. It's repels physical. I have to use magic.
It's my turn.
It seems all attack elements are good against it. I'm gonna spread out. I feel like I need to spread.
Yeah.
Right.
It doesn't tell me how long it does this for, but I want to see. Resounding beat. It's casting something.
Here we go.
Seems 4 turns. All right. I'm moving over here. Soul Blur. Oh crap.
Right. Arcus,
Heal shot.
activate.
Rock.
Leave it to me.
Elliot's kind of hurting, but regen should help. Just have to spam magic. Soul Blur. Is it going? Keeps going for Elliot.
Here we go. Arcus, activate.
Burn.
Take this.
If it goes for Elliot again, he's dead. Elliot will get healed though.
My turn.
Okay. He'll probably get like a 300 HP heal, so... It's technically possible to put to sleep, but it's not the best odds. That being said, I think its odds are better than anything else I've got. It's burning. But just... Oh, crap! Damn AI is pretty smart. How are you alive, Elliot? Just gonna be honest with you. How on earth are you alive? You should be dead. Alright, I'm also right to keep allies away from each other,
my
though,
turn.
because it does some sort of tail swing attack. It says it repels physical, so I don't think I ever want to use physical at all. I just want to spam arts.
Here we go.
I think we're going to just go ahead and start using turbo on this fight. I know I said that we're going to try and avoid it, but let's be real.
It's
We
my
know the
turn.
story here, what's going here. It's kind of pointless if I just... If we already know what's going on here, then we might as well just
my turn.
turbo it.
Here we go.
Otherwise, we're going to be here all day, and I don't feel like fighting a stone statue for 3 years. Maybe that's just me, but I don't know.
Leave it to
Ow.
me.
Not very appreciative of Faint.
It's my turn.
go!
Oh, what happened? Okay, maybe I shouldn't have been
Leave it
skipping.
to me.
Why are you? What happened to you? It's flying and it changed itself. Okay. We're also not doing hot on EP either, so I'm gonna try something. This is probably stupid, but
Here we go!
it's not reflecting attacks. If it's not reflecting attacks, then I'm going straight for this.
All right.
Come on! I'm gonna move Elliot away.
It's my turn. How about this?
Break shot!
Go! There!
Impede!
My turn.
I'm gonna keep them up with resounding beat. Aerial. Oh!
Not yet.
I think he should be able to survive one hit with the regeneration. Charge! Squall. Alright, I was right. He could survive one hit.
Here we go!
Where are the other snakes during this whole thing?
It's my turn. How about this?
My turn.
But Jesus Pete! It's not gonna heal in time to matter, though. I'd be better off just healing him by himself. Oh, forgot! That's...
Leave it to me.
Forgot about that effect. Whoops. I'm an idiot. I would have been fine. Well, I've got tear bombs for a reason.
Yeah.
My turn! There!
Got him!
My turn.
Ow.
Leave it to me.
We're almost done. Sting!
Leave it to me. How about this?
Fire away!
My turn!
Can we end this? One more hit. Not enough. But no one's dying.
Leave it to me.
See ya. What the heck was a thing like that doing down here?
Together, we're unbeatable.
Ugh. Why is the old schoolhouse holding a monster like this?
Is it dead?
No, it's down but not out.
Crap.
That's one hell of a second wind.
Looks like this thing has our number.
It's no use. We're too spent to go another... Guess I have no choice.
Stand back!
I'm not advancing the dialogue, by the way. Oh. Huh? Thanks.
You made it.
You've certainly got some good timing.
Seems like you're all okay at least. I'm sorry we took so long.
You're here, and that's what counts.
So, a gargoyle, is it? I didn't expect to find the Dark Ages alive and well down here. It doesn't seem like it'll go down easily.
It hasn't.
We give it everything we had, but as you can see, it's rallying at an alarming rate.
But with this many of us, if we can just find an opening.
Fine. I guess I'll help out.
Oh, see?
So it's all come down to me then.
You use gun blades?
You!
And uses.
Activate.
Oh boy.
Airstrike! An opening!
Go!
Everybody! What the?
Eat that! Now!
This one's mine! Ah!
Ooh, ooh, ooh. Nice.
It's
It's gone.
We did it!
Oh, all right. Not bad.
I think that's the end of it.
At the very least, that creature doesn't seem like he'll be coming back for a rematch anytime soon.
what happened there anyway? Right at the end of the battle.
Now that you mention it, I did feel something wash over me for just a second there.
Yeah, we were all like
There was a
connected.
shimmering veil of blue light surrounding each of us.
Was there?
I did notice something as we fought. Perhaps it was just the blur of combat.
I don't think
But
so.
I felt like I could see everyone's movements in precise detail.
I don't think it was just your imagination.
So what was
Agreed.
it then?
I have a feeling what we just experienced was.
The biggest selling point of the almighty Arcus? Give this man a prize.
So this is the special function of the Arcus. Also, hi.
Looks like friendship and teamwork saved the day once again. I'm so proud of you guys.
Thank you. Anyways, can you explain?
Anyway, that about finishes up today's special orienteering exercise.
I think we're all
Aw,
demanding.
what's with the long faces? I thought you'd all be happy.
Madam, you almost got us all killed.
What are we supposed to be happy about?
I have so many questions, I'm not even sure where to start.
Oh?
I'll take a stab at it. What exactly is the purpose behind this Class 7?
Good question.
We get that it's supposed to be some sort of melting pot that includes a broad cross-section of people.
But why were the 9 of us chosen in particular?
Yeah.
That is a valid question. There's no single monolithic reason why you all made the list. But if I had to name a major contributing factor, it'd be those Arcus ordnance you've got there.
What? What do you mean? What about
How
him?
so?
Well, like I explained earlier, the Arcus units are developed jointly by the Epstein Foundation and the Reinford Company. Like any battle ordnance, they let you use arts, and these have communication functionality built right in. But their crowning feature is what's known as combat linking. That's the phenomenon you all experienced just now.
Combat linking.
So that's what that was.
Seems like a pretty apt term. It did feel like we were all connected somehow.
Precisely.
Doesn't take a genius to imagine how much of an advantage a feature like that would be on a real battlefield.
Yeah, fair enough.
An elite unit that can sense each other's movements, acting in perfect sync even in the most chaotic conditions. You can hardly put a price on that. It could bring about a revolution in the way wars are fought.
It does sound rather...
Helpful?
Idealistic.
Well, yeah, the technology has its limits. Some have a natural aptitude for it, others just don't.
I see what we're getting at here. So all of us had the aptitude for it, and that's why we were picked.
And out of this year's fresh batch of bright-eyed students, the 9 of you turned out to have the highest aptitude.
Interesting.
And since aptitude trumps background in Class 7, well, Here you are.
Okay.
I see.
Well, it makes a lot more sense then.
But what gives us this aptitude, though, as compared to our peers? It just seems so random.
That's also fair. Do they not know yet?
What indeed? As promised, if any of you have objections to being in this class, speak now or forever hold your peace.
Huh?
I think that pretty much covers the hows and whys of your situation. But this program isn't cheap to run, so we're not about to force anyone into it if they don't want to be here.
Really?
You should also be aware that Class 7's curriculum will be tougher than any other class's coursework. Just fair warning. So now you know. And that leaves you all with an important decision to make. Will you stick with Class 7 or not?
Well, it's nice that you at least give a choice. I think we do. Well, I know I do.
Oh, if you opt out, you'll just be placed in the class you would have been assigned to otherwise. There's no pressure. Nobles will land in Class 1 or 2, commoners in 3, 4, or 5. It's still just the first day, so there's no real catching up you'd have to do. I'm sure you'd fit in just fine.
I want to stay.
I'll do it. Whatever Class 7 has to throw at me, I'm game.
Yeah.
Well, wait, what?
Just like that?
Why not?
So you're the first then.
Why not?
You seem pretty sure about it. Any particular reason?
Not really. I just feel like I've put my family out asking them to send me to this school.
Aw.
So, if it gives me more to show for my time here, I'll take whatever opportunities come my way.
A noble sentiment.
Oh.
Count me in as well.
Yeah.
The greater the challenge, the more I can push myself to excel. One can't hone a blade without grit, after all.
Let's make it 3. Considering how far I came to attend this school, it'd be silly to back down before I even started.
Well, looks like we've got the country's strongest freshman on board, and our foreign exchange student, too.
Yeah.
Any more takers?
Come on, you two. Yeah.
Allow me to take part as well. I was only able to come because of the school's generosity, so I feel it's my duty to help in any way I can.
Sign me up too!
Yeah.
I kind of feel like fate brought us here for a reason, you know? And you all seem pretty easy to get along with.
Yeah.
And that's a yes from our 2 Orbital staff testers. Though I feel compelled to remind you, your weapons are still in the prototype stage. So on top of your other work, I'll be expecting reports from both of you.
Of course.
Maybe I spoke too soon.
Damn.
Let me join too.
Hey.
Oh, there's a surprise.
I'm also kind of surprised,
I was
admittedly.
almost certain your rebellious streak would see you opt out just on general principle.
Yeah.
It does bother me that you've got us using these Arcus units that are still pretty clearly in development. But if I let every little nitpick like that hold me back, I'd never amount to much.
Words to live by right there. And that brings us to an even 6. Now, what about you, Fee?
Don't really care either way.
Bruh.
You can choose.
Bruh.
Not this time. This is one call you're gonna have to make for yourself.
Do something.
That was the deal, remember? You need to take control of your own life.
Just join.
Fine, I'm in.
Yay.
Well, at least you committed.
That just leaves 2 left.
We've got a magnificent 7 now.
Machias and Eustace now.
Which leaves just the 2 of you.
Come on.
I can see you've got issues with each other, but that doesn't mean you can't at least try to work together. Why, if you just look past your differences and embrace the joys of youth, I'm sure you'll become the best of friends.
I do think it'd be really funny if they became best friends by the end of this.
Like hell we will! The exploitation of the common people by the aristocracy is a blight on every facet of Erebonian life.
All right.
Unless something is done about it, this country has no future.
I appreciate your candor, but I don't think you're going to achieve much by lecturing me about it.
Well, at least that makes this simple.
I'm out.
I, Eustace Albarea, claim my place as a member of Class 7.
Really? Kind of honestly surprised on that one.
Why? You're the son of a duke. Just the thought of being in the same class as commoners should make you sick.
I'll thank you not to tell me how I'm supposed to feel. As far as the House of Alborea is concerned, there's little difference between other nobles and commoners. Besides, this should at least ensure I won't have fools flitting about every day trying to win my favor. That said, I have little interest in getting drawn into your petty arguments on a daily basis either. I think it would be prudent for us to go our separate ways. I'm certain we can at least agree on this.
No!
I don't need some pompous ass who coasts through life on his father's coattails telling me what to do. I'm in. Come hell or high water.
There
You
we
might
go.
have had your successes spoon-fed to you up to now, but no outmoded class system is going to hand you trophies anymore.
Well, we've at least got our whole team.
We'll see about that.
All right, you two. Bro. Freaking- Everyone's just like, what the hell?
They're going to be like this pretty much all year, aren't they?
Sure seems that way. I wouldn't bet on them ever seeing eye to eye.
Hey, you're actually talking to me now.
Oh,
Damn. That was... It's a step forward.
The pots shouldn't be too hard on the kettles.
give a guy a break.
Elliot.
Well, how about that? 9 out of 9. With that, I'd like to congratulate all of you on being the first ever Class 7. I hope you keep
Yippee.
those high spirits all year, because with the workload we've got planned for you, you'll need it.
You're screwed. Who are we being watched by? Wait!
Well, I wasn't expecting Class 7 to turn out quite as diverse as this.
No. Is it him? It has to be. That outfit. That hair. It's you.
It certainly promises to be an interesting year.
Olivier, what influence did you have on Class 7? You know what? Actually, I just realized. I'm gonna make a guess right now. He's probably the reason this class even exists in the first place, isn't it?
You took the words right out of my mouth. But perhaps this too is the divine providence of the goddess, no?
How do you mean?
Olivier! Olivier!
Seeing them there, I feel they have the potential to be the light we seek. A light that can break through the storm clouds that continue to build over our nation day by day.
It is kind of strange hearing you actually be English now. Like, with full voicing. I mean, yes, you had English back in the Sky Trilogy, but not to this degree. Olivier! Now the real intro, it seems. A very quiet intro. Ooh. Legend of Heroes, Trails of Cold Steel. Archer. It almost feels like with the amount of people that we have that you could have like 2 main teams, honestly. It kind of feels like that. One for the girls, one for the guys. Why are you sleeping on a bench? Kitty! Oh god. I saw Heimdall. I saw the word Heimdall. I wonder why this is so much more quiet than the rest of the game. Ooh. Oh my... What the... Bone Dragon? Girl wielding a mech. You. I'm still scared. We're gonna... At the end of this game, we're gonna end up seeing freaking annihilation from the... Oh, what the... Bluebird. Whoa. What in the world? What is that? What the hell? Weep. Well, this game promises to have a lot of interesting stuff throughout it, that's for sure. Prologue. The Way to Thor's End. Why is delete a save data an option? That is a very strange option to have, I'm gonna be real with you. I have no idea why you would want that to be an option, but cool, thanks game. Oh god. April 17th. So we've already been here a while, great. Third dormitory. Is this my room? Walls are a little barren of color, but overall pretty nice.
All right.
Camera. Family photo too. Aw.
Time to get going.
Family.
Oh, Rean!
Elliot? That you? Yeah!
Morning, Elliot.
Good morning. Are you heading to school now too? How about we walk there together?
Sure.
Yeah!
It's getting late though, so we might need to pick up the pace a little.
No problem. I'm guessing everyone else left already, huh?
Oh well.
I think so. I'm not sensing anyone else on this floor, at least. Gaius in particular is probably long gone by now, being the early riser he is.
Oh well.
Oh, okay then. He's not sensing anyone? What does that mean exactly?
I've noticed that Rean is very interesting so far. Again, I've already mentioned in the past how, or in the last episode, how I'm almost convinced he has to use, the way that he fights with the sword, I think he's trained in the same way that Annalise, Cassius, and Arios were. Like, I think he went to the same, like, school for, like, training his swordsmanship. Like the 8 leaves 1 blade style or whatever it's called. I don't think he's like a divine blade of it quite yet, but I do think that he's in the school that those people went to. Like at least his swordsmanship is. And then, again, he's sensing people. He did this with Fee as well. Before Fee was hiding behind a pillar, but then before we even saw her, Rean seemed to sense them. So, Rean's definitely someone special. Oh, hey. Have you gone over your hatred of me? It's been, what, 17 days since that? Never mind.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
You have not gone over your hatred of me.
Are you two on your way to school?
Yeah. Come on, Emma. We're going to be late.
Damn.
Hey, wait for me, Lisa. We'll see you in class.
So she still hates me. Great.
I never would have guessed she'd hold a grudge this long.
It is rather impressive.
She knows it was just an accident, right? She has to.
Literally everyone but her realizes that.
Can't believe she'd be so sensitive.
No kidding.
Even the other girls realized it back. Even the other girls realized it and probably just like, what the hell are you doing? Bro didn't mean to do it. You're the one who fell on top of him.
She's not even giving me a chance to apologize to her.
Just let me say sorry at the very least.
Well, as long as you keep trying, I'm sure she'll understand. Eventually.
I don't know if that's hopeful thinking or correct.
Class 7's got enough tension as it is. What with our two, prideful warriors at each other's throats.
Well, at least we don't have to worry about Laura and Gaius being at each other's throats either. I feel like if those two are at each other's throats regarding, like, strength, I feel like there'd just be earthquakes every day. And not the kind caused by Walter.
So I think it would be a load off everyone's mind if you and Elisa could make up at least.
Ali, you know I'm trying.
I'll certainly do what I can, whatever that may be.
You've seen me try, damn it. Well, that's gonna move on. Do.
These past 2 weeks have really flown by, haven't they? It's funny. I went into this thinking combat practice would be the toughest part of the curriculum. Never would have guessed the academic side of things might give it a run for its money.
Well, strong in body and mind is pretty firmly embedded into Imperial culture. I do get what you mean, though. I figured I'd be able to coast through the year, but I've had to very quickly reevaluate that.
You too, huh? I wish I were as smart as Machias or Emma. They don't seem to be having any problems at all. But then Emma got the top score on the entrance exam, and I'll bet you anything Machias wasn't far behind.
Fair.
I'm sure. Eustace and Elisa are apparently doing really well, too.
Meanwhile, we're just... What about... Are just the remaining remaining ones of us just sucking?
As are Laura and Gaius.
Oh.
Really? Guess I'm just gonna have to suck it up then. Though I really do hope they don't mind.
Huh? I'm not sure I follow.
Oh, sorry. You got me thinking about Eustace and Laura.
Huh?
I've been talking to them the same way I talk to everybody else, but they're both nobles, right?
I mean... I don't know about Eustace, but I'm almost positive Laura probably doesn't care. Eustace, I'm not exactly sure. I'm having a hard time getting a read on him. But Laura, I get the feeling she probably doesn't care.
And Eustace's family rules over the whole eastern side of the Empire, so it kind of feels like I should address them more formally.
Well, they both said it was okay, so I wouldn't worry about it too much.
Well, if they said it's okay, then it's only their fault if they get upset.
Though you probably shouldn't go picking fights with Eustace every chance you get, like a certain someone else.
Oh, I don't plan on it. I'd hoped they'd get along a bit better over time, but if anything, things seem to be spiraling downhill fast on that end. When the two of them are in the same room, there's just this constant tension in the air.
It's not all Machias either. Eustace seems to enjoy provoking him at every opportunity. I can't even imagine what it would take to make them see eye to eye at this point.
I don't know.
Yeah, I wish there was something we could do to help them get along.
Well...
And that's where we'd be if we weren't in Class 7. Dormitory number 2, for all the common folk like us.
Yeah, I guess so, huh? I'm still kind of shocked that Class 7 gets to have its own dormitory.
That is rather interesting.
Though, to be fair, I think that building was abandoned till this year. Seems like they renovated it just for us.
Well, they did a good job. It's got a nice feel to it.
Well, walls are a little bland for my liking. Feel like they could do with just a touch of a slight brighter color at the very least. But overall, it's nice.
I just wish it were a little closer to the academy.
That's it.
Hey, you're in our way. Step aside at once.
What? Hi. And you are?
Class 7, I see.
Yes. May I help you?
Is something the matter?
You're just a ragtag bunch of nobodies, aren't you?
And?
Come on, we're leaving.
Yes, Patrick! A word of advice. You might be part of a special class, but that doesn't change who you are. Never forget your place.
Well, don't you seem like a bag of roses.
So they're from one of the upper classes. This is why I hate talking to them.
Unfortunately, that attitude is all too common among the nobles. Thank goodness Laura and Eustace aren't like that.
Yeah, that would be pretty bad. That's the infamous dormitory number 1, where all the nobility lives. It's supposed to be super fancy inside, with maids and butlers and everything.
I can even see one right behind a tree. Never mind, she's not behind the tree anymore. She's very easy to see.
Wow, really?
We need to hurry. Crap.
Guess that's our cue to pick up the pace.
Yeah, sorry.
Move, move,
Oh,
move.
hey, have you picked out a club to join yet?
What?
Doesn't sound like you have to or anything, but it's probably a good way to meet people.
No, I'm still looking. It's hard to decide on one.
Hmm. I'm imagining this game.
Stand, bow.
I will say this. Okay.
Be seated.
I'm gonna make sure. Okay. There we go. Hey.
As I'm sure you're all well aware, the Erebonian Empire was driven to the brink of collapse roughly 250 years ago.
All right, before we continue, there is something I want to go ahead and say, which is that I feel like this game's probably going to end up being like Trails in the Sky, the first chapter, where I get the feeling there's probably not going to be too many like big things happening. It's probably like this first game in the arc is probably just going to be more so like laying out the groundwork for everything to come. So there's probably not going to be anything too big, I'd imagine. But, I mean, there'll be something... I mean, don't get me wrong, there are going to be plenty of action, probably. But nothing, like, overly big. That's probably going to have to wait till later games in the arc. Thomas Lysander.
This was brought about by the conflict we know as the War of the Lions, a civil war lasting several years, staged over the throne of the late emperor by the most powerful of his potential successors. But of course, I'm not here to tell you that. If I were, I think even young children would be able to pass this course. Rather, I'd like to discuss the effects this had on the Empire as members of the aristocracy were drawn into the war. Many hired mercenaries turned to looting and pillaging, and a similar trend could even be seen among some of the knights. The land was left utterly devastated, and morale was at an all-time low. But then, lo and behold, into this nightmare stepped a man willing to take a stand against this bloody war of succession. He was a wandering prince who began to rally forces from the outskirts of the Empire, and would go on to make quite a name for himself.
That sounds like Olivier.
And that name, of course, was Drycles Rhysei Arnor.
It still sounds like Olivier to me.
He would later become known as Drycles the Lionheart, the 73rd Emperor of Erebonia, and father of the Renaissance. Not to mention the founder of this very academy. Drycles' army was initially rather small in number, but as he traveled across the Empire, winning over the hearts of influential sympathizers, his forces rapidly increased. Now, the place where Emperor Drycles first began gathering his army was... Reen Schwarzer. Would you care to tell the class?
The place where Drycles first started to gather his army was the Nord Highlands. It was the Nord Highlands, a region northeast of Erebonia. Very good, Mr. Schwartzer. Why did we go away from our speaking dialogue? Prince Drycles' wanderings led him to the land of Nord, where he lived with the vagabonds for some time. It was there that he heard of the civil war taking place in Erebonia, and those vagabonds of Nord became his very first allies. Yes, got it right. What? See, I need my help after all. Wait! Why are you helping me? What's up? Bro? AP increased by 1. By making good decisions, acting appropriately, and completing quests, you will gain AP, academic points. When you've accumulated enough AP, your rank will increase the next time you report a quest. There are 15 ranks ranging from B7 to A0, and every time your rank increases, you will receive a perk from the Academy. Very nice.
Nice work, everyone. You made it through another grueling day of classes.
Thank you.
In case you've been living under a rock, please don't forget that tomorrow is your first free day. It's not technically a day off, but there are no classes, so it's up to you what to do with your time.
Okay.
Why, you could go shopping in the capital if you wanted to. Or just do what I do and sleep all day. Sleep is so wonderful.
Thank you, Sarah.
Will the Academy's facilities still be open for our use?
Yes, I'd like to be able to use the free study area in the library myself.
Of course! This school shuts down for no one. So feel free to patronize any and all facilities as you like. A lot of clubs have meets scheduled for these free days as well, so anyone who's joined one should probably check on that.
I see.
I'll be certain to do so.
Also, before you leave, we should go over what's happening next week. On Wednesday, you all have your practical exam.
Oh, God.
A practical exam?
What does that entail exactly?
It's part of your combat training.
Fight.
You'll be graded on your performance, so make sure you're well rested and ready for battle by then. Might be a good idea to do some training on your own time too, just to keep from getting rusty.
Interesting.
I definitely don't like the sound of that.
Thank you, Feed.
Oh, and one more thing. After the practical exam is over, I've got another important announcement about a major part of Class 7's curriculum that I haven't mentioned at all yet.
Bruh.
What?
Here it comes.
So, whatever you choose to do on your free day, make it count for something. That concludes today's homeroom. Machias, if you'll do the honors.
Yes, instructor. All rise. Bow.
We're free. You were trying to help me? I'm a little worried about that practical exam next week. I mean, I'm still just getting used to staff. I'd be happy to help you train if you need a sparring partner. The gymnasium looks big enough that I'm sure we'd have no trouble finding a good spot for it. That's very kind of your offer. But I was planning on attending club practice today. Oh, you joined a club already. Which one did you pick? I, decided to try for the band. Though I'm not sure how much use I'll have for a violinist. I didn't know you played the violin. Did you just pick it up for fun? Yeah, something like that. How about you guys? Have you joined any of the school's clubs? I'm considering joining the art club. The art club? Art, huh? Something that's not what I pictured for you. No pun intended. Do you have any artistic experience? I dabbled in it back home. Taught myself, though, so I feel like this could be a good chance to learn proper technique. Wow, that's pretty cool. I'd love to see some of your work sometime. Sarah. Oh, good, you're still here. Instructor? Is there a problem? No, I was just hoping that someone could do a teensy little favor for me. There's something I need to pick up from the student council room. Something you need picked up? What would that be? That's for me to know and you to find out. All I'll say is it's something absolutely essential to your school life. And somebody needs to go get it. It doesn't matter who. Any volunteers? Sure, I'll go. If I show up in the student council room and tell them you sent me, they'll know why I'm there, right? Wait, are you sure you don't mind? You still have clubs to go to, right? I'm still totally undecided, so this shouldn't be a big deal at all. I can look into a few clubs myself along the way, in fact. Well, if you really don't mind. Can't put on my jacket, my room's cold. Thank you. The student council room is in the student union building next door, at the end of the hall on the second floor. It's open until quite late, so there's no rush. Thank you, my dear. I leave everything in your capable hands. Okay. So, hang on. Status. So these three are like my permanent party members, it seems, at the moment. Or at least main party members, maybe is more appropriate. Okay, sorry. Let's get out of here. Guess we're going this way. Wait. Guess we'll go outside. Sounds like we have to go outside.
Sorry, get my club star and Spear Star hat harassing me. All I want to do is was for someone to tell me where the music room is, you know?
No. If I remember correctly, the Student Union building should be to the east of the main building. It doesn't seem like this is too urgent, though, so maybe I'll head over after familiarizing myself with the campus a bit. There's more to Thors than just the main building and all its classrooms. There are many other facilities located on campus. The auditorium is used for events like the entrance ceremony. Although this building is normally closed, it will be open during certain events. The field is home to more athletic activities, such as practical exams. Many sports clubs, such as the lacrosse and running clubs, use this area to practice too. The gymnasium is used for general training purposes. There, you'll find the pool and the training hall. The two facilities are managed by the swimming and fencing clubs respectively. As such, the gym's usually a lively spot. The engineering building is the de facto place for ordnance maintenance and is managed by the engineering club. While you can't enter for now, you'll find yourself here again and again during your time at Thors. The library holds a variety of papers and books for your perusal and serves as a handy space for students for study and research. You can also go there to brush up on all of the Zemurian terminology you can handle. The Student Union building is a place for students to relax and unite. The first floor houses some stores and a cafeteria. You'll find the culture clubs on the second floor and even a salon reserved for class students on the third. Event markers. Occasionally you will see event markers displayed on characters and places. These show that an event will take place there. So, first off, the guide I have mentions that we can actually first go to the library and get something. Apparently in here there's something. Oh, ooh. Library. I see shiny. Did I use this? In the library, you'll find books detailing key terminology on the second floor and a recommended reading corner on the first. The recommended reading corner is updated almost every month, so it's worth checking in on a regular basis. What's more, many books you read will be added to the book tab of your notebook for future reference. You can access the book tab by pressing the select button or choosing note and then books from the camp menu. Use this. Recommended reading corner. Imperial Railways: A History. The Orbital Revolution of 50 years ago had a profound effect on Erebonia, much as it did on other nations on the continent. Much is made of its impact on weaponry, but I believe its influence on transport was equally noteworthy. Specifically, the Orbital Revolution allowed for the creation of railways for the first time. Before the Orbital Revolution, there were only 3 methods of transport available to Imperial citizens: horse, boat, and walking. Considering the sheer size of Erebonia, the situation was far from ideal. Traveling from the Imperial capital of Heimdall to Bereahard, the capital of the Cruzian province, for example, took 10 days on foot and 4 days by horse. Such long journeys would be impossible to imagine for the Erebonian citizen of today. Changing all that, however, was the Orbital Revolution's transformation of manufacturing, making the creation of mechanical engines possible for the first time. This marked a key turning point in the history of transportation, and Erebonia's first use of these engines was the invention of the train. The Septian calendar, 1158. The first orbitally powered vehicle to run on rail tracks was developed through the combined efforts of Professor G. Schmidt, a leading disciple of Professor Epstein, and the Rainford Factory, known at the time as a weapons manufacturer. Septian calendar 1160. The freight line between the Roer City and the Thashan iron mine was completed. Septian calendar 1165. The first passenger railway connecting Heimdall to Roer began operation. As a result of these developments, the concept of the Orbital Railway became widely known throughout the nation, and by 1175, a wide-reaching railway network had been created with Heimdall at its center. This rail nexus effectively connected the imperial capital with all of the major provincial capitals. This was followed soon after by the establishment of railways in other nations on the continent, eventually leading to the creation of the Transcontinental Railroad 20 years ago, which has made transporting people, goods, and information all over the continent significantly easier. There's no doubt that the orbitally powered airships invented in the Liberal Kingdom and the family automobiles developed in the Calva Republic are also wonderful inventions. However, half a century after the orbital revolution is an incontestable fact that railways are the most important method of transport. S. Rennemann. Adds footnotes. Kind of curious to read up on old stuff. It sounds like can't read this one. We have to read this one. Come on. V is an elusive thief who has stolen everything from jewels to orbital tanks from people and organizations across Lemuria. His strange, almost beautiful methods have given rise to a small, dedicated fan base. Though he sends messages to his intended targets and makes public appearances clad in a white cape and mask, V's identity remains a mystery. He calls his recent unusual thefts the liberation of beauty. The Non-Aggression Pact. The Non-Aggression Pact was an international treaty proposed by Queen Alicia II and signed in 1202 by the Liberal Kingdom, Erebonian Empire, and Calva Republic in Liberal's Royal Villa. While not legally binding, the pact had a powerful effect, bringing an end to the large-scale Erebonian and Calvardian military exercises near Crossbell and decreasing tensions between each nation. The 100 Days' War was a war of aggression waged by the Empire against the Liberal Kingdom in 1192. The name is drawn from the 100 days between the start of the war and its church-mediated end. Initially, Liberal appeared to be at a significant disadvantage, with the Empire occupying a majority of their territory, but a single operation using the then-new patrol airships turned the tide of battle. The reason for the war is not public knowledge, but the Erebonian Empire has since formally apologized to Liberal, calling the war a mistake born of an unfortunate misunderstanding. The Four Great Houses is a collective term for the storied families who rule the four Erebonian provinces. Each controls a private provincial army and commands respect second to only the Arner family. All four run their nearly country-sized provinces in accordance with the Empire's class system, but a push for modernization is increasing tensions between the Four Great Houses and the Reformist faction. Thinking about Fan Thief B again as well, there was something I wanted to talk about last time, but I kind of forgot. I mentioned that there was at some point like something I wanted to talk about, but it wasn't related to what was happening, so I just waited, but forgot to actually ever say it, but let's actually go over it now. So, I'm wondering what's going to be the big relic, the big Septarian of this game. We've so far seen two Septarians in the Liberal arc. In the Liberal arc, the Septarian was the Shining Ring, the Auroral, which was kind of like, you know, kind of like its own entity that was trying to like grant dreams or whatever, or like it put people into like a state where they could have their dreams granted, or they lived in their dreams or something. I'm not sure, I can't remember the specifics, but the point is it was a very powerful Septarian. And then during the Crossbell arc, we learned of the Septarian of Zero and the Septarian of Mirage, which was Demiurgos, a being that could grant dreams to who could bring dreams to life, or like, and then of course the Septarian of Zero could actually change causality to rewrite events, an effect that we experienced firsthand when the beginning of the events of Zero showed a reality where the SSS were all killed at the hands of Joheim, but the Septarian of Zero ended up changing reality so that never happened. So I'm curious, judging by the fact that Ouroboros is going to be in Erebonia for their Phantasmal Blaze plan, there's gotta be another Septarian they're trying to get here then. So far we've had, the Shining Ring / the Auroral was the Septarian of space, right? And then the Septarian of Zero / the Septarian and of Mirage is, well, the Septarian of Mirage. If we're going by the three higher elements, then that would imply that Erebonia has the Septarian of time, right? Unless I'm misremembering things, but still. Anyways, we got more to read here. The Great Collapse. The destruction of the ancient Sumerian civilization is estimated to have occurred 12,000 years ago. While the Great Collapse is commonly attributed to a natural disaster, this theory remains unconfirmed. This ancient civilization's end marked the beginning of the Dark Ages. The Septian Church. The Septian Church is the most widespread religion in Zemuria and is based on the worship of the sky goddess Aidios. I'm still gonna have to get used to saying it that way. Its high sea is the holy city of Arteria. Although its influence has decreased somewhat since the Orbital Revolution, it still has a significant presence in the continent's education and health systems. The word septium encompasses 7 types of precious stones mined across Sumeria. Viewed as symbols of mystery since ancient times, their value as a resource shot up practically overnight when the technology to refine sepith or septium fragments in the quartz was developed. Artifacts. Artifacts are essentially ancient orbments. While both run on orbital energy, they are operated very differently. Because they were likely produced by the ancient Sumerian civilization, proper analysis is currently beyond our technological grasp. Artifacts are occasionally found within ruins across the continent, and many are capable of demonstrating power that exceeds the bounds of human comprehension. The Septian Church has as such defined artifacts as premature gifts from the goddess and claims responsibility for their collection and control. The Rainford Company. The Rainford Company was initially a gunpowder-based weapons manufacturer based out of the Erebonian Empire and known for its cannons and heavy firearms. Since the Orbital Revolution, however, it has expanded its operation to include railways and airships. This expansion has made it one of the continent's 2 largest companies, rivaled only by the Calvard's Verne Company. Speaking of the Verne Company is a massive company headquartered in the Calvard Republic. Like its industrial rival, the Rainford Company, the Verne Company was a storied arms manufacturer that expanded into orbital research and development after the Revolution. Particularly worth noting are the company's innovative approaches to the development of orbital vehicles such as orbital cars and buses. And of course, the ZCF. The Zeiss Central Factory, or ZCF, was founded as the Zeiss Engineering Factory in Liberal Kingdom's Zeiss City by Professor A. Russell, a disciple of the great Professor Epstein. ZCF was the very first orbit manufacturer to successfully develop an airship. They recently completed work on the high-speed cruiser Arciel, a feather in the cap of the Royal Liberalian Army. Bracer Guild. Oh boy. The Bracer Guild is a non-governmental organization acting to keep the peace and protect civilians whenever its numerous and continent-spanning branches reach. Wherever. Its members are known as Bracers. Its guiding principle, to put the safety of civilians above all else, is both its greatest strength and a handicap, as it cannot involve itself in political matters unless civilians are directly threatened. Jaeger Corps. Incredibly skilled mercenary groups, which can be found all over the continent, are known as Jaeger Corps. Due to their combat proficiency and their willingness to take on morally gray contracts, they are often used as private armies. As such, several countries have passed laws against their hire and use. The IBC. The International Bank of Crossbell is a large banking organization which manages the vast quantities of money flowing into Crossbell and supports the economies of nations across the continent. The IBC's interests extend beyond banking, too. In addition to providing most of the funding for the Epstein Foundation's Orbital Network project, the bank manages theme parks and other similar diversions. The Imperial Chronicle. What's this? The Imperial Chronicle is a news organization headquartered in Heimdall. It has built up a reputation as the Empire's most trustworthy news source over the course of its 120-year history. Last year, in an effort to diversify their news distribution, the company established Imperial Chronicle Radio to supplement their widely read newspaper. The Orbital Revolution. The Orbital Revolution was a technological revolution that saw its inception in the year 1150 with the invention of orbments. The public was initially skeptical of this technological leap, but the invention of the orbital telephone by the Epstein Foundation and the ZCF's orbital airships quickly proved orbments' practical value. Orbments have since become an essential part of our daily lives. Orbital technology powers everything from essentials like heating and lighting to transport vehicles to even modern weaponry. What's more, advancements in technology have decreased the size of orbital engines, leading to the development of more capable and affordable consumer-level automobiles by the Verne and Rainford companies. Orbment. Orbment is a general term for devices that operate by drawing orbital energy from septium. This technology was invented by Professor C. Epstein. The internal structure of an orbment allows it to interact with quartz, which in turn is manufactured from septium. This design allows for the manufacture of orbments with nearly limitless potential. Between their flexibility and ability to recover their internal orbital energy over time, orbments are significantly more efficient than combustion engines. Quartz. A quartz is a circuit with a crystalline structure made by refining and processing septium fragments known as sepith. While quartz are both an energy source and capable of producing a variety of phenomena, without the use of an orbment they are completely powerless. Orbital arts. Orbital arts are a kind of magic which can be activated by inserting quartz into a battle orbment, a combat-ready orbment developed by the Epstein Foundation. These arts, as they are commonly known, are widely used by armies, police forces, and bracers across the continent for their ease of use. Sufficient training can give anyone access to their incredible power. The Orbital Network Project. The Orbital Network Project is an effort by the Epstein Foundation to develop a network in which vast quantities of information can be exchanged between computers using a series of orbital cables. While initially a joint effort between the Epstein Foundation and Liberal CCF, the IBC is currently bankrolling the project. As a result, the network is currently being tested in Crossbell City. The Epstein Foundation is an organization dedicated to continuing the work of Professor C. Epstein. It researches and manufactures orbaments specializing in information processing and communication. The Epstein Foundation is also the sole manufacturer of battle orbaments, which allow their users access to arts. The recent Orbital Network project also promises to be the future of orbital communication. Erebonian Empire. The Erebonian Empire is located on the western side of the continent of Zemuria and represented by the emblem of the Golden Stallion. The current emperor is Eugen Rise Arner III. Despite the Empire's strict class system and focus on tradition, it has begun to modernize due to the railway expansion efforts of Gileath Osborne, a veteran now known as the Blood and Iron Chancellor. Between its mechanized national armed forces, the Imperial Army, and private provincial armies at the command of the nobles ruling each province, Erebonia may be the most powerful nation in Zemuria. The Calvar Republic. The Calvar Republic lies to the east of Crossbell State and was established after a democratic revolution roughly 100 years ago. Its current head of state is President Rocksmith. Calvard is a vast country and, thanks to their long-standing open immigration policies, very culturally diverse. Many immigrants from the east have made Calvard their home. Although it has been significantly less hostile towards Erebonia since the signing of their non-aggression pact, the two nations have been at each other's throats many times over the years. Crossbell. Crossbell sits on the western side of Zemuria, between the Erebonian Empire and the Calvar Republic. While established as an autonomous state 70 years ago, its two neighbors still dispute its ownership. At its center lies Crossbell City, one of the continent's key centers of commerce. In addition to being a key station on the Transcontinental Railroad, the city is home to a major international airport. We're almost there. Lemon State. Home to the Epstein Foundation and the birthplace of Professor C. Epstein himself, Lemon is a state in the center of the Zemurian continent. It is also known for housing the headquarters of the Bracer Guild, which has branches all across Zemuria. Holy City of Arteria. A city-state housing the high seat of the Septian Church, Arteria is located at the center of the continent and acts as a gathering place for believers and church officials alike. The church comprises a number of organizations, including Congregation for Divine Worship, which handles liturgical matters, the Congregation for Sacraments, which handles administering the sacraments of the goddess, and the Papal Guard, which is responsible for protecting the Holy City of Arteria itself. The Liberal Kingdom is situated in the southwest part of the Zemurian continent. Rich in nature and history, the kingdom is ruled by the long-lived Queen Alicia II, a staunch advocate for peace. While a humble nation compared to those around it, its bountiful septium reserves, advanced technological capabilities, and Queen Alicia's skillful diplomacy allow it to stand on equal footing with any other. Last year, a large object of unknown origin appeared across Valeria Lake, disabling orbaments nationwide. This crisis was resolved through the joint efforts of the Royal Army and the Bracer Guild. The Library Arc incident. The Nord Highlands are located northeast of the Empire and surrounded by the Isengard Range. Despite their harsh natural environment, they are populated by a tribe of nomads with their own unique culture. Given their proximity to both the Empire and the Republic, the Highlands have been in a hotly contested territory for many years. Almost there. Wait. We're there. Never mind.
Hi. I'm a very exciting novel series here today. A real page turner, so as soon as I finish one, I come back to grab the next one.
Eustace, what are you doing here? Don't you have a club you should be running off to? Nope, still haven't decided whether I want to join one yet. How about you? The same. None have managed to catch my interest so far. I'm in no hurry. If any have merit, I'll find out sooner or later. Well, that sounds like you, I guess. You do things at your own pace and at your own discretion, just like a noble. It doesn't take a noble to exercise critical thinking and sound judgment, at least in theory. If that's all you have to say, then leave me be. I'm not looking to be friends with you or anyone else. Right, sorry for bothering you. Go away. I do not like you. You are cringe. There's nothing else we can read in here, right? Okay. Just want to check that. Seems that's all. Now we can go to the student building, it seems. Machias. Why is he in there? Is he talking about Eustace? I really wish those two would just give it a rest sometimes.
The intends to regularly befoul the library with its presence, only to find a new place to study. Wait, why am I the one who needs to go somewhere else? Why can't he can't make me go anywhere?
Where is the student council? Ah, there.
This should be the student union building. I know the cafeteria is on the first floor, but I wonder where the student council room is.
Hey there, first year.
Hello. How is you?
How's it going? Academy life been treating you well this past half month?
So far.
Yeah, it has. Guess he must be a second year. It's not easy, but I'm managing. Mostly. Though I have a feeling it's only going to get harder from here on out.
Of course it will. Your class is going to be more intense than the others too. But you just hang in there, okay?
Okay. Wait. You're a second year student, aren't you? Do you mind if I ask your name?
Who are you?
Hey now, let's not get ahead of ourselves. First things first, how about you let me show you this cool trick I've been practicing?
Okay.
Trick?
You got a 50 mirror coin I can borrow?
Yeah.
I think so. Pretty sure I do anyway.
Here. Take it.
Cheers. All right, watch closely.
Huh?
Now, which hand is the coin in? Left or right?
It's in your...
Apparently it doesn't matter which choice you pick here, so...
Right. Too bad.
Damn it.
Guess you win. I'm usually pretty good at following moving objects too. Though, wait. You said this was a trick, which means...
It's a neither.
You catch on quick.
Huh?
So where's the coin?
Keep up the good work, man. You're gonna need to be pretty tough to get through a year with Sarah as your instructor.
Can I have my coin back?
Oh, and the student council room is on the second floor. Furthest room back.
Can I have my coin
See you
back?
around. Have a good weekend.
My money! You thief!
Wait! My 50... mirror.
Damn it.
He got me. Andy seemed to know I was heading to the student council room too. Somehow. Guy's good. I haven't met many of the second years yet. I wonder if they're all like that. Oh well. At least now I know where I'm going. Though if it really is open late, I guess there's no real rush. I might as well see what else people are up to in here.
On the first floor of the Student Union building, you'll find both the cafeteria and the campus store. As you might expect, the cafeteria sells a number of different kinds of food. Meanwhile, the store sells combat equipment like weapons and recovery items. This makes it the best place to stock up on supplies or buy new equipment on campus. It's also a place where students can just buy weapons. Let's give the students a gun. Oh, I can't buy anything yet. Bruh. Should probably save the game. End the hallway on the second floor. Select the place. There's definitely still someone inside. I can sense it. Hope I'm not interrupting. Knock knock.
Hello?
Hi.
Come in. It's open.
I recognize that voice.
Is that Toa?
Pardon the interruption.
The small one? You. Small.
Oh, you're that girl.
It's been about 2 weeks, hasn't it? Welcome to the student council room, Reen Schwarzer. Instructor Sarah sent you, right?
Yes. So, you're a member of the student council then? I wonder if she got moved up a few years. She looks even younger than Fee.
Is something wrong?
Oh, I'm sorry. I was just wondering, are you a second-year student?
I am, but there's no need for formalities with me. There's no junior or senior in my book.
Toa Herschel.
The name's Toa Herschel. I'm the student council president.
President?
Uh-huh. Does that surprise you?
Small.
I'm sure I'll have plenty of opportunities to interact with you and the other first years during your time here. So if there's anything you need help with, you just come and let me know, okay? I'll do everything in my power to make it better.
Thank you. That's very kind. She's seriously the student council president? That's hard to believe. So, the reason I've come here is because you're holding on to something for Class 7, right?
Oh, of course. Here you go. Yours is the one on top.
Let's see.
What are these? Student notebooks.
Oh, our student notebooks. I completely forgot about these.
I'm really sorry it's taken so long. Class 7's curriculum is pretty different from any of the other classes. And you're even using a different kind of battle orbment, so yours had to be compiled separately.
Meaning these notebooks have information in them about...
The Arcus, yes. All the student notebooks double as instruction manuals for their accompanying battle orbments. And the other first years are all using the same type as last year, so we could just reuse last year's template.
Okay.
But the Arcus type you're using works quite differently, so we had to write a whole new set of directions from scratch.
Okay, that makes sense. But wait, who's we?
Pretty much just me. Instructor Sarah asked me to do it on her behalf, which means it's my fault this has taken so long. I'm really sorry.
Oh, no. If anything, it sounds like we owe you a huge debt of gratitude for putting so much time and effort into it. Is that really part of the student council's job, though? It seems more like something our instructor should be handling herself.
She's lazy.
Technically, you're right, but she's always so busy, and I help out the other instructors a lot too, so I don't mind lending her a hand from time to time.
What a nice person. Maybe a little too nice for her own good. I doubt she ever gets a moment's rest around here. So you just need me to give these to the other students in Class 7, right?
Yes, please. I really appreciate what you've all agreed to do too.
Huh? What do you mean?
I heard all about it from Instructor Sarah. She said you've agreed to help out the student council with our work, right?
This is news to me.
It's such a nice gesture. You're really getting Class 7 off to a great start here at the Academy.
Bruh.
I'm sorry. I'm not sure what you're talking about.
Didn't you tell her that you wanted to help ease our workload? Something about wanting to better yourselves? To prove you were worthy of being a part of this prestigious new class?
Instructor.
She said you were all really eager to help out, so I should try to delegate some of my duties to you.
Gosh dang it.
Thank you, my dear. I leave everything in your capable hands.
I hate you.
Why, indeed.
I'm sorry. Did I misunderstand her or something? Oh, how embarrassing. I didn't mean to start trying to force work onto you when you've only just enrolled.
Why indeed.
There's no way I can turn her down.
Alright, fine.
No. Instructor Sarah's absolutely right.
Sure.
Your plate is as full as I've seen, so if I can help you in any way, please let me.
Phew. I thought there had been a terrible misunderstanding there for a moment.
There has, but I'm sparing you.
But don't worry, I won't give you anything too difficult. It'll mostly just be fulfilling requests from people in the Academy and in Trista.
Requests?
Yep.
Oh.
Sometimes people send in feedback and list things they'd like us to do for them. And we try to help out however we can.
So side quest.
I'll pick some up for you to do by the end of the day. And drop the list in your mailbox at your dorm tomorrow morning. Will that be okay with you?
Okie dokie.
Sure thing. Thanks.
It's nighttime. Game looks quite nice at night.
Dusk already? What a day. Can't believe she wound up treating me to dinner in the cafeteria.
Ugh.
And she's still got more student council work to do yet. How is she so busy?
Yeah, you do.
Hello? This is Rien Schwarzer speaking.
Guten Tag, my favorite little Wunderkind.
What?
I hear you had a nice little dinner date with the student council president. Ooh la la.
If this is how you treat your favorite little Wunderkind, I dread to think how you treat people you don't like. Would you care to explain why you've been signing me up for things behind my back?
Exactly, thank you.
I'll skip the details for now, but it's got something to do with the other part of your curriculum that I'll be announcing next week. I thought it'd be a good chance for one of you to do a little rehearsal before the main event.
What?
And since the student council truly is busy, I figured, why not kill two birds with one stone? A fine plan, if I do say so myself.
I have a feeling half the reason they're as busy as they are is because of certain instructors. But alright, I'm happy to play along. Basically, you just want me to spend my free day tomorrow helping the student council, right?
Alright.
Oh, that's entirely up to you. If there's a club you're interested in joining, far be it from me to force you away from it.
No, to be honest, I still haven't found one that really clicks with me, so that won't be a problem. There is one question I'd like to ask, though. Why me, exactly?
That too.
This seems like the kind of task typically entrusted to the class president or vice president. So, Emma or Machias. And even if you were choosing based on social class, Eustace and Laura were both born into noble families. I wasn't. So what makes me so special, exactly?
Well, in a sense, you're effectively at the center of Class 7.
What?
Pardon?
I'm not saying you're its leader, of course, but in a class full of nobles, commoners, and exchange students, you in particular are special.
Yeah.
Surely even you can see that, no?
Well...
That's why I decided to give you first dibs, so to speak. I wanted to get an idea of how things might go from here on out. There's never been a class like yours before, after all.
Interesting.
So there you have it. The beans have been spilled all over the place. Ball's in your court now.
Bro.
Wait, what are you drinking?
Beer, of course.
Bruh.
It's the weekend and I'm stuck wasting away in my room, imbibing libations. Alas, all by my lonesome.
You're a bad teacher.
If only I had a classy gentleman friend who'd go out drinking with me. But woe of woes, such a man is nary to be found.
Hope you find it. Bye.
Are you okay?
No.
Never better. But you, instead of trying to put everything in its place, why don't you just go with the flow for a change? It seems like you're desperately trying to find something. But if you don't plant yourself somewhere, you're just gonna blow away with the next big gust that comes along.
Yeah.
And on that note, make sure you're back in the dorm by curfew and all transgressions will be forgiven. Toodles!
Chaotic.
If I don't plant myself somewhere, huh? She may have a few screws loose, but she's got a point. Maybe I should just try going with the flow and see what comes of it.
Chapter 1. Unconventional Studies. Afterwards, Ree returned straight to the dormitory, and after relaxing in his room for a while, he decided to walk around the dorms. You can now view the overall achievements and character tabs of your notebook. Both can be accessed by pressing the select button or choosing Note from the camp menu and then selecting their respective tabs. Alright, President Toa left me in charge of handing out everyone's notebooks. Tomorrow's our first free day, so I should get this done tonight. You can explore Class 7's dorm on the night before each free day. Be aware, however, that the story will progress should you return to Reen's room. Okay. Well, let's take a look at the notes, then. Character. Class 7 members. Me! Year 1, Class 7. Unaffiliated. A young man who's part of Class 7. Easygoing, honest, polite, and sociable. Elisa. Looks like a reserved noble, but says what she really thinks. Surprisingly not even meddling. Elliot Craig. A wind orchestra. Belongs to the wind orchestra. A meek, kind-natured boy with red hair. Dislikes conflict. Laura. A swimming club. Daughter of the Viscount who rules over Legram. Practitioner of the R-side school. And the strongest of first year. Machias. Class 7's vice president. Son of Heimdaller's governor. He hates the nobility with a passion. Emma, intelligent, broad-minded girl who came from a remote region of the Empire. Class 7's class president. Eustace, son of Duke Albarea, who tends to keep others at a distance. Skilled at traditional court fencing. Fee, a quiet, petite girl who somewhat resembles a cat and loves sleeping. Agile and skilled at combat. Thanks, game. And Gaius, a tall exchange student, soft-spoken, but has a strong sense of integrity. Can be relied on when it counts. Art club. Student information. Overall achievements. Rank B7, current AP, extracurricular activities, field study tasks, line art medals. It doesn't seem like the art games where I'm going to be allowed to look ahead at what kind of extra stuff I can gain. Seems like that's not a thing here. Entries obtained, 5 out of 197. Ooh. A banquet room. Elliot!
Hey there, Rean. Does something matter?
Don't give me class 7 student notebooks to hand out earlier, so I'm just gonna go around delivering those. Here's yours, Elliot.
Oh, thanks.
Anyway, were you playing the violin in here?
Sorta. It's pretty late, so I wasn't really playing, per se. Just doing the fingering and motions. The wind orchestra isn't meeting tomorrow, so I thought I should get in some practice tonight instead.
Wow, you're really into your music, huh? I can't imagine most people being that invested in their hobbies. Your room's chock full of musical stuff, too.
It's not that much, honestly. It'd be nice if the walls in these dorms were a bit more soundproof, though. Then I'd be able to play all night without bothering anyone.
Spoken like a true music nerd.
At least I can play as much as I want in the afternoons. It really would be nice if the walls in these dorms had better soundproofing, though. Oh well, it's an old building apparently, so I guess I'll just have to deal with it.
Violins. Music sheet. Hello? Should be Machias' room.
Who is it?
It's me, Rean. I got something for you.
Be right here. There.
Here.
Sorry to make you go through all that trouble.
Don't worry about it. Were you in the middle of studying there? I'm sorry if I interrupted you.
No need to be sorry for that.
How'd you know I was studying, though? You've got pencil marks all over the side of your hands.
Well then, you should make sure to do plenty of studying yourself. You don't want to find yourself falling behind.
Yeah, I suppose you're right. Most of our classes seem like they'll be pretty hard, too.
Agreed. Besides, it'll be a chance to show up those snobby upper-class students. I'll see you tomorrow then.
Yeah, good night. Shouldn't interrupt him. Hey! Let's see what your room looks like. It's... What in the world is this? Cool looking. Food stuff. And your painting.
Evening, Rean. What's up?
Actually, I was just looking for you. I've got your student notebook here. There you go.
Oh, I was wondering when they come. Thanks. Sorry to make you go out of your way to deliver that.
No worries. Your room's got a really distinctive feel to it, though. What's that hanging on the wall?
That's store of ornament made in the Nord Highlands. I thought it'd be a nice way to bring the spirit of my homeland along with me.
I see. It really does give the whole room an exotic feel. You got your brushes out too, so I'm guessing you're gonna spend tomorrow painting?
Yeah, I'm planning to head over to the art club. Feel free to come along if you feel like it.
Will do.
Anyway, might be a good idea to rest for the day. I recommend you get a little relaxation in too, Rean.
I think I can manage that. The rest of them are downstairs, it seems. Oh!
You really can't be an ice cold beer after work. Oh wait, maybe you can, with 2 ice-cold beers.
Have you been drinking all night? At least try not to fall asleep here, okay? I don't want you to catch a cold.
Don't you worry your pretty little head about me. I'm indestructible. Especially since I got the day off tomorrow.
You say it like it totally excuses your entire night of drinking.
Well, anyway, you were nice enough to take on some work for the student council, so that's a load off my shoulders. I'm looking forward to see how you perform tomorrow.
Right. Wow, she went from plastered to bastard in the blink of an eye. Looks like there's a lot more to her than I thought. Plastered to... What do you mean? Trista. I can just explore here. There's a kitchen. What's in this room? This is a storage room. Are the rest of them upstairs and I'm just blind? I didn't even notice there was an upstairs. Nice. I need to give Elisa her student notebook too. Right, here goes.
Who is it?
It's me, Rean.
What do you want? What do you even think coming to an innocent girl's room this late at night?
Okay, good point. I wouldn't have under normal circumstances, but there's something I need to give you. He explained that Toa asked him to hand out everyone's student notebooks.
Oh. Okay, wait a moment. Hurry up and hand over.
Okay, just hold on a second. Rean took out Elisa's notebook. Should be this one. Let's see, Elisa, Ray...
Don't read that!
Ray?
I can't let my guard down on you for a second, can I?
Sorry, I can't tell which notebook it is which without looking inside. I really didn't mean any harm.
Or so you say. Anyway, that's all you wanted, isn't it? Good night, then.
Guess I'll have to back off for tonight. Seems that R is just an initial. I didn't finish reading her full name before she snatched it out of my hands, though. Is there a reason she's hiding it? Ray. 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 I don't think I'm gonna find it here, but... there is a Ray Naman. I guess it could be that. It's not impossible, I guess. Sarah's room's locked. Vacant. Should be Fee's room.
Who's there?
It's me, Rean. I got something here for you.
Coming.
Here you go.
Cheers.
Oh, are you asleep? I didn't mean to wake you up.
It's fine.
I'm surprised you went to sleep this early, though. I mean, we just had dinner.
I didn't have anything else to do. You done?
Yeah, just wanted to give you your notebook.
Right.
Well, she's a unique one, that girl. I wonder how she ended up a student here anyway. Curious? This should be Emma's room.
Yes? Who is it?
It's me, Rean. Do you have a moment?
Ah, Rean. I'll be right there.
Here you go.
Thank you. Oh, on an unrelated note, how are you planning on spending the day tomorrow?
I'm thinking I'll help out the student council. How about you?
I plan on looking at some more clubs. I haven't seen what the culture clubs have to offer yet, so I'll be visiting them tomorrow.
Oh, right. Joining a club does sound like a good idea. Let me know if any of them seem really good.
Alright, I will. Also, I do hope you're able to make up with Elisa soon.
Well, thanks. Did you hear us just now?
Well, you weren't exactly quiet. I think Elisa still needs to sort out her feelings about everything. But don't worry, I'm sure it'll all work out in the end.
Thanks. Good night, Emma.
Good night. Thanks for bringing me my notebook, too.
And finally, Laura. Should be Laura's room. Hey, Laura? You in there?
Is that you, Rean? I'll be right there.
There you go.
Thank you for taking the time to deliver it to me.
Don't worry about it. What were you doing anyway? You didn't hear me knocking and you're covered in sweat.
I was just practicing with a wooden sword. I must have been so focused on my practice that I didn't hear you knock first.
That's some concentration, alright. Maybe I should do some practicing when I get back to my room, too.
You certainly don't want to neglect your training. I'd enjoy it if I had someone to duel with sometime, too. Well then, good night.
Good night. Alright. That's everybody, right? I forgot about Eustace. Whoops. I completely forgot about Eustace. Who's there? It's me, Rean. I got your notebook here.
Very well.
Yeah, my thanks. Don't mention it. Mind if I ask what you're up to? I was simply reading. Oh, what kind of book?
A biography I borrowed from the library. Why must I indulge your mundane little questions?
Huh?
While we may live in the same dorm, the two of us are perfect strangers. Your proximity to me does not give you the license to intrude on my private life.
You're right. I'm sorry about that.
Pay it no mind. Also, I suggest you be more mindful of when and to whom you volunteer your time. Otherwise, people will be more than happy to simply use you at every turn.
Thanks, question mark? Is that meant to be a warning? He doesn't seem like an easy guy to make friends with, that's for sure. Maybe he's got good art. Well, that should be everybody. Should I call it a day? Cause a date to change and the main story to advance. Let's do it. $418. Free day. I can't wait for all of this to just be destroyed by the end of this arc, isn't it? This is all gonna be... I can't wait to have my depression skyrocket by having all of this beautiful scenery destroyed by the end of this arc. Student Council Task, April. Old Schoolhouse Mystery, Orbital Delivery, and Noteworthy Loss. I kind of dropped my student notebook and now I can't find it anywhere. Would anyone be willing to help me look? I'll be looking for it on the first floor of the Student Union building and I'd really appreciate if someone lent me a hand. Colette, Year 1, Class 4. Okay. Old Schoolhouse Mystery. I have reason to believe that strange phenomena have been occurring at the old schoolhouse of late. As such, I would like to request that one or more combat race students look into this and report back to me. For more details, come see me in my office on the first floor of the main building. I've just finished repairing a bunch of orbital tech here at the engineering club, but I need someone to deliver everything. Stop by the engineering building and I'll let you know more. One from the principal, one from the engineering club. Oh hey, and one from another first year. I certainly wasn't expecting a request from the principal as one of my very first assignments. Hope I don't screw it up. I'm curious about that one from the engineering club too. Sounds interesting. Well, I've got all day, so let's just dive in, I guess. You can now view the quest tab. The quest automatically records progress. It can be accessed by pressing the select button or by choosing no in the camp menu. Some quests must be completed in order to advance main story. These quests have a request mark up next to their name, and the story will progress only once they've been completed. Quests without this mark are not essential for advancement and will disappear from the list if not undertaken in a timely manner. Receive 2 bonding points. About bonding events. On free days, special events can be triggered with certain classmates and sub-characters. These are called bonding events. 1 point will be consumed each time you view an event, but your bond with that character will be strengthened. When the time of day advances to evening, all daytime bonding events and quests will no longer be available. In exchange, you will receive 1 bonus point, which can be used to trigger an evening-exclusive bonding event. On your free days, you can use bonding points to participate in bonding events with other characters. Viewing bonding events will allow you to gain Link EXP with that character. Different bonding events will be available during the daytime and evening. In the evenings on your free days, you will receive an additional bonding point. Okay. Spend time with Machias. Okay. So, the guide here actually mentions something very interesting. It is apparently, it says it is not possible to, like, complete the entire character profile section, which I think is referring to this. I think it's referring to this section. Apparently, it actually might just be impossible to do it because of a lack of bonding points on the first playthrough, which is a shame. But nothing we can really do about that. That is kind of weird to me, but hey, maybe that'll change in future games. For now, though, we'll just have to work with what we've got. But as for what else, hang on, before we do that, though, just want to look at stuff inside this guide real quick, but I think we're probably going to end it here soon anyways. It doesn't look like the guide I have, it looks like the, wait, hang on. Seems like there might not be a way of, I don't think the guide here mentions actually, like, what to do with bonding events. I think the guide just says go with what you want. Because the guide doesn't make any attempt at saying, like, hey, you should do these bonding events. It just says what bonding events you can do. Okay, so that's going to be the one freestyle thing I get, basically. Or the freestyle thing that I'm going to get to do. Again, we won't be able to do all of them, but I'll just do it with... I'll probably just try and do it with, like, the main characters at most, because I feel like it's probably most important to have you know, hang out with the main characters the most. I do that, again, I think it's kind of weird that you can't get enough bonding points for your first playthrough, but oh well, whatever. Sure. Interesting system, though. Oh. I do kind of like it. You know what it kind of makes me think of in a weird way? I mean, it's kind of like a... In a way, it makes me think of Persona Social Links, but at the same time, it's kind of completely different at the same time, whatever. But yeah, we'll figure all that out next time, because I think we're going to go ahead and end it here for today. I feel like I said going very strangely there. Coin. Like I said, coin. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and hope to see you all later. Peace.